Hey folks, so we are back with another community-based tour, and today I am looking around the world of somebody named Noodle Crime. He has a YouTube channel as well and does focus a little bit on Sons of the Forest, so I'll leave the link to his channel down below in the description box. Yeah, I spawned in at night and we are just gonna look around. He's got a lot of different buildings to look at, so I am not sure. I think we'll just start with this one over here. You can see here he's got his electroplating device kind of out and away from all of his structures. But we'll start with this building here. Yeah, and the other thing to note is he set up a whole bunch of traps for his defenses, which I think is a good strategy. Sometimes I will just get focused on building like a defensive wall with, you know, logs or sticks or whatever, but building just a whole bunch of traps is totally fine. And he did provide some footage of how the traps actually hold up with enemies, so I'll just stick that in this video here.
Here we go. Boop. Yep. Yep. Yeah.
So yeah, if some other enemies spawn and go through the traps, we'll show that too. It looks like he's got like 2 layers of traps, so yeah, that's pretty good. But like I said, I'll show some footage of that. Also, when he was showing me how to get up there, he was using his shell trap, and that seems to work just fine. I do think he's able to climb up through the middle too, but that is a mode of transportation. Let's see, where does that go? Some babies are coming. Oh yeah. Oh my god, I got you, Calvin. Sorry, bud. All right, so, and then yeah, there's nothing really here, and he is... I think there's already some enemies that are attacking us. Oh, that goes way higher than I thought. I thought it stopped right there. Okay, so what do we got over here? Oh, okay, it was one of the slinky guys. So he's kind of a good test subject to see how, you know, the traps or the defenses are doing, and they took him down. I didn't even do anything to assist with killing him, so let's just check him out and we'll reset the traps. So this is the John 2 that just attacked us, and let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a hokey pokey trap, and actually I think there's another fly swatter trap just behind the hokey pokey trap. So what was that, 6? So yeah, not bad, and I think I only heard Virginia shoot her gun once, so yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna get up here and take the zip line, I guess, over to kind of the largest structure. And you see that spotlight. Okay, check some things out. Let's see. It's got some plants with some planters. It's nice. I do really like the skull lamps that he has up. I like the lighting of those, probably the most out of all the different lighting fixtures. Except, check out the spotlight from the cross. So the cross itself isn't very bright, but he has at the very least 2 spotlights that I can see, so the combination of those lights keep things really illuminated. I feel like I'm starting to hear cannibals now. Oh, I guess, no, it's a fingers. We're under attack. Oh shoot, there's another one coming. Oh god. Okay, so I will admit, oh, these are working nice. All right, let's see if I could take care of him. Oh god, nice. All right, the traps work. So I really do like how the traps seem to work. It felt kind of weird and vulnerable to have a fingers running after you without some kind of like defensive wall that you know for sure will stop the enemy, but these traps are working really well, so I do I like that a lot. So yeah, if you got a cool setup for your defenses, send them on over. That's what I really like to showcase for these community tours. Alright, so I'm gonna go to sleep and check out this base in the daylight. Alright, so it's daylight now, so I figure I'm just gonna get a look at the base from afar in the daylight. Nice, that looks really cool. I do like how he has the ramp for the hang glider actually attached to the main building, because a lot of times I feel like I see those are separate. Oh, nice. And then he's got a one of those spear traps, kind of just as that extra line of defense. Cool. And then we have some armor racks, and I don't think I've actually have seen the tech armor kind of in full on the armor rack. So that's pretty cool. And then this is the hide armor, and there is a head up on top, and there's like antlers, and then there's a head, another head right by the shoulder. And then that guy's kind of creepy in the in the corner, not gonna lie. Let's see, and then he's got everything upgraded. And this is the area that I was just sleeping at, and I really do like the skull lamps. I gotta say, like, I like the modern technology that's been integrated into this game, but at the same rate, I like the skull lamps. And man, he's gotta open up some of the skin pouches. Those are like Christmas presents to me. And Calvin's being weird. And now we have some ammo, and okay. Interesting, I actually never knew that you can store the creepy armor and probably all types of armor on the shelves. I did not know that. I'll be damned, you learn something new all the time. Well, this is the end of the line, and I gotta say, I do really like how he has the triangle or like that roof apex as part of his, I guess, like border for the wraparound porch that he has. I really do like that touch. So, oh, I wanna look at this cross because it doesn't look like the wiring is going up. Is he connecting everything down below? I didn't ask him about that. To me, it kind of looks like that might be connecting down below. So maybe, but he does have all his solar panels up top. So I'm not really too sure. All right, well, I think we're ready to go upstairs. I thought those were people up there. That's just some armor racks. So, all right. Could get in this door, and well, we didn't go back here, so let's see what's over here. Oh, it looks like he's got a spotlight, and I actually don't have the blueprint for that spotlight yet. I'll have to figure out where it's located. And then we just got a couple of planters with some plants, and so he's all set with like herbal remedies for sure. He doesn't have to really go foraging. Looks like we got some more planters, a chair, oh, and then a birdhouse. Nice. So he's all set for feathers and herbal mixes, and he could probably put a whole bunch of herbal mixes right on that shelf right there. And I think we're ready to go up one more. Yep. Oh, and here's the armor racks. Now, I think he did build this all on his own. I'm not sure if he had any help. So this is like quite a structure for sure. And then here's all of his solar panels. And I believe the general rule of thumb is you need one solar panel per 20 grid squares or something like that. So he's got a pretty big structure. This is about as many as I would expect to power something like this. And yeah, the hang glider is up above. I'll probably end the episode launching off of this. Before I move on to the next big structure, I want to talk about this treehouse stand that he has here. It looks like it's sort of just out in the middle of nowhere, or, you know, randomly placed, I guess, is a better way to say it. But he said that he built this and then he noticed that the enemies tend to prioritize attacking this specific building. And so he kind of like just set this up as his added alarm system. So he's got the radio trap and then the other trap, which I don't remember what that trap is called, but it's basically like a spotlight, and then it's got like a fan that twirls around and does damage to enemies. So I'll probably throw in some footage of that where he kind of demonstrates that they prioritize attacking this structure in particular.
Okay, he's trying to avoid the trap, but since there's way too many of them, and here is what I said about their prioritizing this structure for some reason.
Yeah, so I'm not sure why that building was prioritized more so for attacking than others. But hey, if you notice something like that, I would take advantage of it just to kind of protect some of your more complex buildings and things like that. So I really do like how this building is really open. Something that I struggle with is getting an open ceiling. A lot of times I'm building something that is like one log length high, if you know what I mean. So I can't even really look at this and be like, oh, how did you do this? Because it's just part of the building that I haven't taken time to really get to know. And then I do like how he's using his skull lamps, or the skull chandeliers rather. I do like the skull lighting quite a bit, more so than probably the light bulbs. I just think they add like, I don't know, just a coolness to it a little bit more. Oh, and then he did say that this building is modeled off of a house that was in a movie called Midsummer. So if I find a picture of that, I'll put it up here in the screen. And he's got a lot of storage, a couple of beds, but that's pretty darn cool looking. I'm liking it. Yeah, and I just like the lighting of the skull lamps so much better than the light bulbs, so I really do like that touch. All right, so we have one more building to look at. And that building is this small little structure that's in the ocean. Again, it's not really accessible to the enemies because they won't go into the water. And so he recognizes that it's not completely filled, but he said he was probably going to put, you know, a couple of chairs or whatever. And the purpose of this building is just to relax and enjoy the view. And then over here, he's got a bunch of storage, and he has his log set up so that he could fill 2 holders basically in one go. And I'll just put in some of his video where he actually describes that process.
About the log system that I made, it is, I put it in such a height that you can store in 2 log store simultaneously, and then also this one too, so I have 4 of them. So let's check on that. So the way it works, we can fill, let's say the right side is filled, right? If it's filled at the front, it will fill at the back. It will skip and then it goes to the back because the magnet on this storage doesn't activate it because it's already full, and it goes this way. And also if this one is full, and then the magnet from this one will activate it. So it's like you can fill all of them in just one go.
He also spoke about using Kelvin to fill the log holder and then some. And the way he does that is by having Kelvin follow him to the log holder. And once Kelvin is at the log holder, he tells him to get the logs and drop them here. By commanding Kelvin to do that, he will fill the log holder and then continue placing logs in this spot until you tell him to stop, or until the logs start to despawn. And if you didn't know, logs will start to despawn when 50 are on the ground. So Calvin will fill the holder and then he'll continue placing logs in that area where the holder is until he places 74 logs down. This approach can give you an endless supply of logs, and it'll only get interrupted by raids or until you tell Calvin to start doing something else. Other than that, let's see where the zip line goes. It's in the corner, I think. Yeah, that guy. Let's see. I think maybe I could just like face it through the wall if I grab it. Yep, all right. Okay. So it looks like this does take you pretty close to the rebreather cave, but I suspect maybe there's more to it. Like I kind of see some other zip lines that go a little bit further. So let's see where these take us. And keeps going. Well, this is a fast track way to get your fresh water, but also I see that he's got a system in place here. This area has a lot of stones, so he basically was using the zip lines to move the stones, and incrementally at each stop the stones will fill up a holder, so you're just able to move more stones faster that way and not have to worry about them despawning, because they'll just be in a holder. They won't despawn if they're in a holder. So like you let this one go and then it drops into this holder, and then you place it on this zip line, and there should be a holder probably at the end of that zip line. Yeah, so at the end of the line here, there's another holder. So, okay, I got you, Noodle Crime. I see what you've got going on here. I just had to see this all the way through. So I think we have one more holder that the stone will land in, and then the next zip line will lead directly to that main house there. So it's gonna go past that tall building. Now we're just heading to the main house. Yep. So yeah, that's a pretty smooth system. So I learned a lot from this base tour, and I really appreciate that Noodle Crime answered any follow-up questions I had to make this video. Notably, I really like the traps and using those as a defense. It's kind of also fun just to watch the enemies get obliterated by them. I feel like I usually see people build a launch for the hang glider as a separate structure, but I like that Noodle Crime integrated the launch platform with his main house. Alright, well I said I would end the episode by jumping off this platform on the hang glider, so here we are. You know the spiel. My name is Heather. Thank you so much for letting me put my game on for you. If you want to hear more from me, please like and subscribe. You could also join my Discord. The link to that is in the description box below. Don't forget to check out Noodle Crime's YouTube channel as well. Other than that, we will see you in the next one. Bye!